The drama in Genoa City explodes during the week of January 5 to 9 as multiple storylines collide, beginning with the long-awaited rescue of Sienna Bacall. Thanks to Nick Newman taking full control alongside the Newman security team, the dangerous standoff finally comes to an end and Sienna is freed. The emotional payoff is immediate when Noah Newman pulls Sienna into his arms, holding her tightly as if afraid she could disappear again. The trauma of her captivity lingers, but Sharon Newman steps in with quiet compassion, offering comfort and guidance at the cottage based on her own painful experiences with kidnapping. Sharon's presence helps Sienna begin the slow process of healing. While Sienna is finally safe, Matt Clark's situation spirals further out of control. Nick initially restrains Matt with zip ties and drives him away after a brief but intense confrontation involving Victor Newman and Adam Newman. However, even bound, Matt remains incredibly dangerous. From the backseat of the car, Matt launches a sudden attack, using his restrained wrists to choke Nick from behind. The struggle nearly turns deadly and may even cause a crash, giving Matt a brief opportunity to escape. Despite the chaos, Matt's freedom is short-lived, as he is eventually dragged back to the Newman Ranch, where his fate becomes the center of a power struggle. Annie Stewart is also captured during the rescue operation, bringing her own legal and moral consequences into play. With Matt back in custody, the focus shifts from survival to accountability, but Victor's actions threaten to complicate everything. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott uncovers shocking information connected to Matt and the larger Newman mess, information that could dramatically shift the balance of power. This discovery may tie directly to Victor's secret use of the controversial AI program, and it gives Jack Abbott unexpected leverage. Armed with this new knowledge, Jack approaches Victor with a proposal that could change everything. When Jack and Kyle confront Victor with Matt present, Victor finds himself backed into a corner he never anticipated. Between Matt's testimony and whatever proof the Abbotts now possess, Victor could face serious prison time if the truth about the AI program comes to light. Sensing Victor's vulnerability, Jack offers an alternative path forward. If Victor agrees to hand over the AI program so it can be permanently destroyed, Jack may be willing to help contain the fallout. It's a high-stakes negotiation that forces Victor to choose between protecting his power and avoiding devastating legal consequences. Elsewhere, Phyllis Summers stirs the pot once again. After grilling Daniel Romalotti Jr. about his romance with Tessa Porter, Phyllis turns her attention to Kane Ashby. She pushes Kane toward embracing a bolder, more ruthless version of himself, the so-called Aristotle Dumas persona. With Lily Winters continuing to send mixed signals and keeping Kane emotionally off balance, Kane may find himself tempted to strike a deal with Phyllis, potentially launching another dangerous alliance. Across town, Audra Charles and Holden Novak decide to bury the hatchet, at least on the surface. Holden chooses not to reveal the full truth to Claire Newman and instead agrees to wipe the slate clean with Audra. However, this uneasy peace doesn't stop Claire from digging deeper. She remains determined to uncover whatever Audra and Holden are hiding, and the week of January 12 to 16 could bring new tactics as Claire intensifies her investigation. There's even a chance Claire and Kyle could team up against Audra again if they can set aside their personal issues. The most disturbing storyline unfolds as Mariah Copeland spirals into a mental breakdown. Haunted by visions of Ian Ward, Mariah begins listening to those voices, losing her grip on reality. Her unraveling builds toward a shocking and terrifying move, an abduction plot involving Dominic Newman Abbott Winters Chancellor. This act sends shockwaves through Genoa City and leaves Devin Winters and Abby Winters facing their worst nightmare as parents. The hunt for Dominic quickly becomes a citywide emergency, with Detective Burrow joining the investigation. As panic spreads, Tessa Porter and Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s romantic bubble bursts when they're pulled directly into the missing child crisis. Amid the chaos, all signs point to Tessa being the only person who might eventually reach Mariah and pull her back from the edge. The Young and the Restless spoilers promise devastating consequences, emotional reckonings and explosive confrontations as these storylines unfold. From Victor's dangerous secrets to Mariah's descent into darkness, Genoa City is headed for one of its most intense and heartbreaking chapters yet.